Hey folks, it's Dave here, back in Studio B, and unscheduled unboxing tonight. Kind of looking forward to it here. I hope so. It's not been the best of days over here. I woke up last night when I went to bed. All of a sudden, I had gout. I had a gout flare up. I didn't have any lobster, you know, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? Why do I have gout? And I went up to Buffalo Wild Wings with the wife and her sister, and we had some wings. And I'm thinking, well, maybe that was it. Um, don't know, but I had severe pain all night and severe pain today, and so hasn't been a fun day. That's for sure. It's not been a fun day when you're in pain. Good thing we had tonight off from the rink. It's a damn good thing that I don't have to go to the rink tonight and try to skate because I don't think I could have skated. It hurts enough that just walking around in a sneaker was tough. So I'm glad to have tonight off. So what that means tonight, despite being in pain and being in a really, really bad mood right now, I'm going to try to do an unboxing here. And hopefully it goes well. Let's see. All right, so we're going to do, here's my overhead view. And let's see what we have in the box, shall we? I'm not feeling better. I'm in a lot of pain. And I'm aggravated out of my mind with a few other things. So, yeah. So, all right. So let me get that out of the way. All righty. So, we got this, and this. Let me make sure I got, yep, let me see what's in here. All right. Oh, that made a lot of noise, didn't it? So I have a nice piece of cardboard here. That's what I do have. So I have that. It's kind of nice. All righty. So I have the Master game. Yep, I wanted to get, oh, it looks like there's some seasons in there too. So let's take a look at this here. So I wanted to take a look at this. So I'm going to put this off to the side for 1 second because I want to do this one step at a time. All right, so here's the Master game. So what do you get in the Master game as we will come in a little bit here? So, you get some things like this. So it's a nice new book. I wanted a new book because I think I'm going to be playing this quite a bit, okay? So I wanted to get a new book. The book I had, there was an older one, and I'm not complaining about it, but I'm saying I think I'm going to play this enough that I wanted to get a new book. So that's what we got here. So we have my new book. So we have my APBA Master book here. So that's just the book right there. So I got a nice new APBA Master book. And then I get some score sheets here. That's an interesting score sheet, actually. And then you have the instructions here, which I think are on the website, by the way. I think they're on the website here. So, yeah. So that's what you get. So basically, it's the book. You don't get any dice or anything else like that when you get the Master game. It's just the book. I don't think there's anything, unless there's something in there that I didn't see. But so I think it's just a book, which is all I needed. That's what I wanted. I really just wanted the book. Now, let's get into some of this stuff here. What did I get here? Okay. So we're going to do this right here. And I get my envelopes over here. All right. That's not going to give too much away, Atlanta, right? So what do I have? Dun, dun, dun. I got 1977 baseball. It's kind of the last bastion here for me in my 70s. Again, I like the 77 through 80, 81. So I have 78, 79, and 80. And so 77 kind of rounds out my short wheelhouse of baseball. I do have other baseball, but 77 is one that I know I would play because it's right in that 78, 79 area. So, and, oh, this is just going to be a ball buster today, isn't it? Okay, there we go. All righty, so that's what we got here. So 77 baseball. And again, you start off with, Chicago in the American League, it looks like, right? Jack Brohammer is number one up here. So that's my 77 baseball, and I will put that away in a little while. So, yeah, so there we go, 1977. baseball. So I'm going to slide that over here. But there's more, right? There's more, right? And let's put out some of the chat here. Hey, guys, here. Fenner comes by. Am I feeling better? No, I'm not. I'm in a lot of pain with my foot, and there's been some issues here at the house today that have really, really brought me down. I don't want to get into it too much, but I'm not real happy with some things here at the house right now. So it's not been a good day. I'm a little too aggravated to play. Between the pain in my foot and the pain in my ass, it's not been a good day. Yeah, I am struggling. This sucks, And, Chris is going to be sending out my order on Thursday. Okay, yeah, so I do have the envelopes coming and the team cards coming for some things here from Chris. So thanks for coming by, Chris, and let me know. Barbara's going to lurk. She's got hockey on. And Dwayne Marks is here. So, Dwayne, so I got my 77 baseball is what I got. So what I need to do now is I completely forgot. I don't have the ballparks for 77. So I'm going to get the ballpark effects for that. And, you were a little bit older than me at that point, but yeah. Yeah, Barbara. Between the earthquake yesterday, which was nothing. The earthquake wasn't anything, but it's just, yeah. Debbie comes by. Thanks for coming by. 1970s. Well, Debbie 1970 comes by, so that must mean that I have here 1970 football. Yeah, I did it. This is one of the new seasons. 70 and 80 come out, and I think I have 81. And I'm like, well, I don't really need 80 yet. And it says, I'll never play 70. And I don't know what happened, but I am just on a 1970 football kick right now. I've watched all the This Week in Football on YouTube. I picked it up for Game-Winning Drive. I've been playing the crap out of it. Oh, we got a little, oh boy, a little leakage over here. Hopefully that's okay. Hopefully it's just a box. Hopefully it's not anything too bad. And so, I've been really crushing the 1970 season. And it's a little, you know what it is? It's a little before my time. So it's almost, I don't want to say it's a fictional set because, there's a lot of people I do know, but it's it just kind of, it's a different time of football. And it's like I say, I'm trying to expand a little bit. Like I said, I got 1969 baseball, a couple months ago, whenever it was. I'm trying to expand a little bit out of my 77 to 81 zone and 76 for football. So that's why I got 75 for football. Bob gave me 72. So now I have 70. I was going to get 69, but I like the idea of playing the merger teams. And there was just too many players in 70 on certain teams that I liked. So in fact, let me see if I can this is okay. So this is kind of cool here. So let me do this. So we got let me pull this out here. So we have Atlanta. We got a John Zook here. Let me zoom in for you guys here while we take a look at some of the cards. So we got a John Zook here. So this is Atlanta. I'm going to put Atlanta off to the side here. Now this is what I really wanted to look at here. Oh, there's a lot of guys here. Holy cow. So this is, that's Boston. I wonder why there's a lot here. Here's Baltimore. All right, so here's Boston. Now, Boston was terrible, right? Boston was actually terrible. But what I was interested in, a couple of guys here for Boston. Look at that. Tom Beer. I didn't know that. Randy Beverly, blanks. Like I say, a lot of these guys I don't know, but there was a handful I did. Just the idea that it's the Boston. Okay, Gino Cappelletti. I mean, come on. You got to have a Gino Cappelletti card. Where was the other guys here? Gogolak. He was another kicker on the team. Janik. There's probably a couple guys that made it to the 70s that I would know here. But this is the other one here, Joe Cap. I remember him with the Vikings and the whole bit, and then I was like, man, I didn't know he played for the Patriots, and he played on this really, really bad team. So it's going to be kind of fun to see how I do. Well, that Gail Neef, that's an interesting name. Cap's the only Cappelletti And this other guy coming up here, Jim Nance, are the three guys I know for Boston. But I'm kind of hoping if I play it, I'll start to learn a little bit more of the guys on the team. Oh, we have an outlaw on the team. So this is Boston. We're almost through Boston. Is that really Marty Schottenheimer? That's the other reason that I wanted to get this 1970 team in the season, because there's a lot of names here for people that ended up, in Hollywood and movies and different things, and on TV, on the football shows, coaches and a whole bit. So it's really kind of neat seeing some of these guys that I only really remember seeing on TV. And there's a lot of them here, because a lot of these guys, when I started watching football, were not playing anymore. And so that is Boston over here. So I'll put that off to the side. He is the son of the Dallas head coach. Now, Marty Schottenheimer, though, is that Marty Schottenheimer that used to be the coach? I'm kind of wondering here. Now, here's what I wanted to look at here. So this is some more teams from 1970. So this is the other box from 1970. So let me pop out here so we can kind of look at this here. And there's just, like I said, I want to play like Roman Gabriel, guys like that. Gale Sayers is hurt, but he's in here. I think Namath was hurt, but he's in here. So I should be able to play a few of these guys. All right, let me take this out. I'll put this in over here. Hopefully this will cheer me up, I hope. This has just been a miserable day. A miserable day. Oh boy. Don't get miserable on me now. Don't make me more miserable. You're gonna make me miserable, aren't you? You're gonna make me miserable. Yes, you are. You're gonna make me miserable. All right. What team is that? Los Angeles. Okay. So I'm gonna put these guys over here. Here's some New York. So we have New York American, New York National. Here's Oakland. Oh, no. Don't be falling over on me. All right, so here's Philadelphia. I'm not going to go through every team here tonight, but I do want to pull out a few. And, okay, so here's Oakland. I want to take one team in particular, and you probably know Raymond Chester with Oakland. I was following him a little bit. Willie Brown. Hey, Freddie. There we go. There's Freddie. And Banaszak, Atkinson. Okay, so here's some of the New York teams. And what do we got here? So we have Miami. Well, here's more Miami. Gary Premium was kicking back then. Interesting. I did want to take this one team I wanted to see here. Let me just kind of finish sorting out what I got. All right, so that's Miami. This is Los Angeles. Minnesota. Any more W's in Minnesota? Look at that. Holy crap. Look, sometimes you get up on the list, you're like, look at all the W's and the V's and the Y's on Minnesota. That's kind of nuts, huh? All right, so this is the team that I wanted to look at. All right. So there's New York American. All right, so we'll put that like that. All right, so this is the team I wanted to look at. Don't ask me why. Well, you can ask me why. All right, so I'm going to zoom in here. And I want to look at the New Orleans Saints. All righty. And why I want to look at the New Orleans Saints is for a couple of reasons. This guy right here. Now, in the rules, I saw that if it's a KA with a asterisk, you can kick up to 63 yards, a Tom Dempsey rule. And you would need a 37 for that kick to be good. So if Dempsey tries a kick from 63, he's an 11 or a 66. We'll put that through for a 63-yard field goal. I don't think any other kicker has that. The next one I saw was the Chiefs. And I'll pull out the Chiefs in a second. We'll look at Stenerud. He hit 55 or 56-yard field goal. But this is the Dempsey rule. So I'm interested to see if anybody has a newer set of cards for APBA, like a 2015 or a 2021 set. Is that still in effect? That KA with the asterisk, that means you can kick it up to 63 yards and you get the 37 on the card, which is like automatically good. So I'm interested to see what happens with that. Now, the other guy I wanted to see on New Orleans, and I don't know why New Orleans is going to make it on my channel, but it is. I wanted to see Billy Kilmer play on my channel. I got him in 75 to play with Washington, but I didn't realize he was with New Orleans. So I'm going to play some New Orleans with Billy Kilmer and Tom Dempsey. And so that might be one of the first games I play. I might even play that Detroit game where he kicked the longest field goal. Right? See how that goes. I know I probably won't get in the position to kick that field goal, but it's still kind of interesting to see that. Okay, now Mike wants me to check out the Jets here. He says the Jets should have Richard Castor. His son wrestles professionally. All righty, and P-Jet comes by, and I will check Tarkenton on the Giants. So let me go to my. The Jets here. Okay, here the Jets. And we said Castor, right? Oh, Emerson Boozer. I think I've heard that name, right? So there's Rich Castor. And, yeah, there it is. Okay, so Rich Castor. So there he is, for those guys looking. Now, Namath. Donnie Maynard. That's right. Donnie Maynard played with the Jets. Dave Middendorf. Some of these guys I played with when I did my 68 Super Bowl. And is Namath on here? Yes, there's Joe Namath. Okay. So Namath is on the Jets. I forget if he was hurt this year or not. Again, there's a couple of guys that I looked. Maybe I can look at it right now while I have you guys here. Let's see. So if I go to 1970. And you know something? You know what I'll do here? Hang on one second. What I'm going to do is I will share my screen with you guys. Alrighty. And we'll try this. I'm going to try to do this, and we're going to maximize that. So let's take a look here. Let's look together, shall we? So let's look at the Jets. And we're going to look at Namath, and, he only played 5 games. So Namath only played 5 games. So I'll have to get him on the table, though. I will get Namath on the table. And the other one was Gale Sayers. And he only played 2 games. And he got 52 yards. But so I will play some Gale Sayers. That's another guy I wanted to play. And it's too bad that he only got a couple of games. But Gale Sayers is another one I wanted to do. Let me clear away that. So the Saints were 2-11. So, and they played the Lions. The Lions made the playoffs. That's interesting. So we could maybe do that game there. Cincinnati had a decent team too in 1970. But again, Boston down here at the bottom was terrible. They really were. And, we wanted to see if Tarkenton was on the Jets, right? So let me, hang on a sec here. I got to go to my layers, and I'm going to hide. Okay, getting a little bit better at this here. Alrighty, so my screen share is now hiding. Actually, I'll just remove it from the scene and see if that does any better. All right, so we're going to look for, who do we say? Minnesota. Here's Minnesota over here. Oh, Minnesota's on the Giants. Who was the Minnesota quarterback? Let me go just take a look here real quick. Minnesota quarterback. Gary Cuozzo and Bob Lee. And Bill Kappelman. Bill Kappelman played 1 game. Let's see if they carded Bill Kappelman. Yes, they did. Look at that. He played 1 game, 4 for 7. He didn't start the game, and he's got a card. That is so cool. Oh, do you know who else I wanted to see? Oh, we wanted to see oh okay, yeah, we want to go to the Giants, right? All right, so let me move that over here. So we'll go back to the Giants. So I really like that that APBA does that. They card a ton of guys. I really do like that. So we wanted to take a look at the Giants, and the Giants are right here. So I want to see here. Tarkenton. S T. There he is. So Tarkenton is with the Giants. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to play some Fran Tarkenton with the Giants. I'm gonna be looking forward to that. So there's all kinds of guys here. And I like how it's 2024. It's a kind of a new season, so everything's all updated here with all the numbers and all the master symbols, if you will. I do a little bit of master gaming, as you know, with this, but I've kind of like the hockey. I've made it my own game. The baseball game, I don't have to worry about. The baseball game kind of takes care of itself, and so I really like that. As well, BJ came by. Oh, wrong one here. He says that had M. Booz's autograph. Many Jets appeared weekly at a local lumber yard after the Super Bowl, but not Namath. Yeah, not surprised. Playing week 12 in a Strat, Cards and Dice, Jets and Saints, shaping up to be one of the best games of the replay. And he said he's playing 72. Interesting. And Booz had a construction company, I believe, and his dad worked for him or something like that. So interesting. And what else we got here? Fred Dyer, TV Hunter, should be with the Giants. Fred Dyer. Where are the Giants? Here we are. So let's check here if we can get Freddie Dyer with the Giants. There he is, Freddie Dyer. Yep, there he is. Yep. Is APBA football expensive? Well, yes and no. I mean, it's not cheap, but what it is you get it's about 10 cents a card. So you get 12 or 1,300 cards. It's about 10 cents a card. I think it's less than 10 cents a card is what it is. So it's not cheap. You know, it's not like a PDF where you can get it for $20. But you can see all the cards I get. I mean, this is just half of them. You get tons of cards. And I like the cards. I do. It's you know, I've been talking to ST Patrick a little bit, and we've been talking about collecting and things like that. And he just picked up a couple more football seasons, I think. Spoiler alert, you know. Sayers played 2 games in 70, and he retired. 2 games in 7, 2 games 71, and retired his 69. And retired his 69 season was great. I was reading that all wrong. Sorry about that, Mike. Yep. And Hunter Show in the 80s. Yeah, we got all kinds of fun things here. Let's see what else we got going on here. So, Buffalo. Is it still sore? Is it still sore, Buffalo? Did the officials really hurt you that bad, Buffalo? Was Ferguson the quarterback? Dan Dara, quarterback. No, I don't see Ferguson here. So Ferguson must have come in later in the 80s. So that's the Buffalo team right here. Let's kind of zoom out a little bit so we can see a little bit more what's going on. So I'm just kind of spreading out the cards here around the table. So if I go back to Buffalo, and let's see what the Bills got going on. So their quarterbacks were Dennis Shaw. Oh, O.J. Simpson actually threw a couple of passes. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot O.J. was on the team. Didn't we just have this conversation the other day? And there he is. It's burning in my hands. K and a 66, a K and 11, a K and a 33. So he's ready to take off. Yeah, no Ferguson for a couple of years. Yeah, I get Mike. I do have O.J. in Buffalo. Yeah, I forgot about that. Who else do I have? If I go to my leaders for the season. Oh yeah, John Brody for San Francisco. I forgot about him. So if I go to my passes completed, so we got Tarkenton, Roman Gabriel with the Rams. And here's another one I wanted to play. So Roman Gabriel right here. So we're going to be playing some Rams. Johnny Unitas was with Baltimore, right? Baltimore. So let's go all the way to the back, right? There he is, Johnny Unitas. So I got some pretty good guys here. It's kind of like when you get a pack of bubblegum cards, you know. Jim Hart was with St. Louis. That is kind of wild. I didn't realize he was in St. Louis that early. Philadelphia's got a lot of guys. Look at all these guys of Philadelphia. Oh, boy. Oh, no, it's a little bit of Pittsburgh in there, too. Never mind. So what do we have? There's Steve Zabel. Rick Arrington was a quarterback for Philadelphia. Who's the guy? Oh, Norm Snead. No kidding. Norm Snead is going to be the quarterback here. Well, this could be kind of fun. There he is, Norm Snead. A lot of guys I've heard of but don't know much about, so we're going to learn them here. All right, so he's got a 2 on a 66 here is what he's got. So there's Philadelphia. It's my Chicago team. And so there's Chicago, and we'll zip over here to I would imagine Gale Sayers is carded. Yeah, Gale Sayers is carded here. So that would be Chicago. So yeah, so anyway, I'm going to probably put these away here, but I did want to take a look at, boy, look at all the Saints. There's a lot of Saints here. It's funny how the bad teams, you ever notice that? The bad teams tend to have more players than the good teams. The good teams, like they got their team all set, and the bad teams, they seem to have just bring in guys, and just especially at the end of the year. So I've noticed that New Orleans, compared to Buffalo, there's a lot more cards here. So kind of fun. But anyway, so that's what I got. So I got the Baseball Master book. I got 77 baseball and 70 football. So I'm going to probably sit here tonight and see if anybody's on playing a game. I'm going to put these all away. I was hoping to play tomorrow, but I did, as I figured, I got called in to work tomorrow for a noontime game. And it's supposed to snow over here tomorrow. So luckily I'm only going a couple of towns over. I don't have to go to New Hampshire tomorrow. So yeah. So that is that. So just an unscheduled unboxing here today, just showing off a few things. I played some shootout hockey last night here. Shootout Hockey EZ on the channel. That was fun. You get to pull out the shootout cards and play a quick game, rolling some 10-sided die. I had a good time with that. I really did. I had a really fun time with the shootout EZ last night. So anyway, so just coming back here to the chats. So no Ferguson for a couple of years. And Ferguson was from Pig Sooie, that I didn't know. And Cutter Historical left a comment. We'll have to check that out. And all the guys mentioned in the podcast, Hernandez. Well, we're not in that season, We're not in that season yet. Frank comes by. Dave, the nicknames of the defense in the 70s were great. Steel Curtain, Doomsday Defense, Purple, People Eaters, Over the Hill Gang, and No Name Defense. Yes, that's something I didn't even think about. And that's what I really want to do, Frank, is I think it's the 75 season. Hang on one second here. There was one team that was, I think it was Atlanta. It's either 75 or 77. It's one of the teams I had. And it was like the best defense. And I don't know how to sort all this here. So if I look at team defense, I thought Atlanta had a good defense here in one of the seasons. I'm looking here. Maybe it's not 75. 76, not really. How about points allowed? No, so it's not 76. Is it 75? No, I thought Atlanta had a good year. Maybe it was 77. Okay. The fewest points allowed. So I need to pull out my 77 football season. And what I want to do is I always play these games, and I like to play the the offense, the quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, and a whole bit. That's what I like to play. It's the name players. But I thought it would be fun to pull out a team that was just really good on defense and see how that went, and see if playing APBA football with a good defense, just how it was. And so yes, Midlife says it was the '77 Falcons, so we'll do that. Frank says the late '70s Falcons had the grit splits, so I'm gonna do that. And Demi says he thinks the '80 Falcons did well. Well, we'll see. So '78, no, they weren't so good. '79, '80, they were fifth in points allowed, I should say. But in '77, they were number one. We're number one. Yeah, the Gold Rush and the Orange Crush. Yeah, was it? I think know if Orange Crush was the whole team or if that was the defense. I don't really remember. That's one thing I don't remember about that. But anyway, so I'll have all the team envelopes coming in and the team cards coming in probably this weekend once Chris shoots them out for me. I try to time it right. So when I place an order with APBA, I place an order with Chris so they arrive around the same time. And I haven't been doing a very good job with that. Not at all. Yeah, we all go on memory trying to figure it all out in the whole bit. But we have a good time with it anyway. So, and all I know is the Jets are the worst ever. Well, they did win the one Super Bowl, right? So they do have a Super Bowl. And it was a long time ago when 8-track tapes were were the thing. But it is what it is. You got to take the wins when you can. Ask the Buffalo Bills, right? All right. So anyway, all right, I'm going to put all this stuff away. I don't know if I'll jump on later or not. Again, it's not been a good day. My toe is absolutely killing me from the gout. Not that I could sleep. But I'll see how late I want to stay up tonight because I do got to get sleep and get my voice going so I can do that game tomorrow. And then I'm off tomorrow night, so maybe I'll do something tomorrow night with one of these sets. I would like to get my Tom Dempsey and Billy Kilmer New Orleans Saints here on the channel. Some say the Super Bowl was rigged. Of course it is. Yeah, and I'll talk to you in a bit, Barbara. I'm just gonna say this. I don't think it's rigged, and I told Ron this today. Because it would be so hard to rig it. So many people would have to be in that chain of people to rig a football game. And with all the money on it, somebody would spill the beans. But then again, with all the money on it, do we take a look at where all the money went? And then that might influence things. But again, how would you do that? I really think it's just the better teams getting the calls that the other teams do not. That's my opinion on that. And it is frustrating because it's always the same teams. That's kind of how I look at it. It seems to be always the same teams that get the calls. And so the underdogs really got to win big when they play some of these teams. Again, you come into Foxborough and you play the Patriots, Patriots were going to get the call. If you were the Lions or the Jaguars, you were not going to get the same call the Patriots were going to get. Doesn't mean the referees wanted anybody to win. It's just, when you saw those calls yesterday, I don't know how he didn't get the first down on that fourth down carry. I watched it a handful of times on replay. He clearly got more than half his body at the line where the ball was. I don't think there's any physical way you could look at that and say, yeah, the ball never touched that first down line. But I think if it's the Chiefs, they get the call. But when you're not the Chiefs, you just don't get that call. And I don't think it's a conscious thing. I think it just happens. They used to say Michael Jordan, never fouled anybody because they wouldn't call it. Or if somebody touched him, he got more calls than somebody else. I think it just happens. I think it just happens that way. And it's too bad, but it's just the way it is. So I don't think anybody's saying, yeah, I want this team to win. But I think sometimes officials can get intimidated and get a little starstruck. And they don't want to make the wrong call against the popular team, let's just say. That's just my thing. Yeah, I got to go watch the John Boy breakdown. I haven't seen that yet, Well, every Sunday, during the season, I have friends all over the country, and they all comment on football. And every Sunday, when somebody's team loses, okay, it's because it was rigged. And it's funny how when one team starts to lose, oh, the game's rigged. Dude, the refs can't rig it for both teams. Only one team can win it and be rigged. Okay? So that's, but so it's like, so if I get the Eagles playing the Redskins and the Redskins go, oh, the refs want the Eagles to lose. And then the Eagles take the lead. Oh, the refs wanted the Redskins to lose. God, you can't have it both ways. You can't have the refs trying to make both teams lose. Okay, only one team. The refs can only make one team lose. And everyone here is just kind of complaining about it. I'm just like, it is what it is. Again, I just think it comes down to the stars gets the call. I just think that's what it is. I don't think there's any mandate that comes down. That's the thing, So that's all I'm going to say. And Bradford says the mob rigged college basketball for years and got away with it. It's not, it's not too far fetched. Okay, I would agree with that. It's not too far fetched, but I think it'd just be harder with the amount of technology we got. I think it'd be easier to rig it, but I also think it'd be harder to get away with it because again, there's just too many people in the chain. To someone would say something. Somebody would get mad at somebody. Somebody wouldn't get paid enough. Somebody would want to get paid more, and they would say, "Yeah, we were told to do this." I just think it's a case of, I'm repeating myself here. I just think it's a case of a little starstruck, is that they don't want to make the wrong call, and they'd rather err on the side of caution when it comes to going up against the better teams, the star teams, if you will. That's all. That's all I got to say on that, and that's just how I feel. I don't think there's any tinfoil hats going on. I don't think anybody wants, the referees are out there trying to do something. I just think that, you got the popular kid and the unpopular kid, and the call's going to go that way. Yeah, I saw that. The refs had two different spots, and the one that favored the Chiefs was used. You exactly right. I think that's it. And that's the frustrating part, is you got every time it goes in favor of the Chiefs, it makes the officials in the league look bad, like they're setting this up on purpose. And it's too bad because the Chiefs are a good team, but they really can't win now without people thinking that this is what the NFL wants. It's kind of a sneaky situation for them, And it just feels like they're getting help along the way. But when you look at the evidence, it's pretty convincing that the calls at key time go the way of the Chiefs all the time. It feels like it seems like they've never lost a game on a close call. That's why they're in the Super Bowl. So, but again, we could argue back and forth forever, and no one's going to change anybody's mind. Everybody's going to have their mind made up, depending what kind of fan you are. The Kansas City fans think that everything's on the up and up, and everybody who's not a Kansas City fan thinks that they're getting favorable treatment, which I think is the case, but it's hard to see it. When your team's winning, you think that they won fair and square. But anyway, all righty. So I'm Dave. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. That was a quick unboxing. Trying to be a quick unboxing here as I get some more 70s action going on here. So I'll get some of this on the table, and we'll have some fun here. I do get that showcase this weekend, so I got to have my fun Wednesday and Thursday, and then I go for my crazy work weekend, which I probably won't see you guys. But we'll get back to normal at some point. I'm looking toward the middle of March, getting back. So I got another 6 weeks of chaos, and then I can have some fun. So we'll talk to everybody later. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night. Bye-bye.